top of what had already been a 20-point performance. Haney goes for the steal, knocks it loose, layup at the other end is worth 2 points. Haney with 17. 3:20 to go, 71-43. The Lehman lead of 28 is its largest. Nice pass down low to Dodds. It was a good feed from Baker, and Dodds will go to the free throw line.
There's Haney's total, 6 points for the first 4 games. And you said he's got 17 tonight?
Sure does. 15 of them since the first quarter. Seth Dodds has scored 4. He's 0 for 3 at the line. This one, though, is good. He'll go once more. For Lehman, 0-0. Andy Ratterman, a 6'2 sophomore, will come in, replacing Hampshire. 71-44. Second one's good. And a Jackson sub, Woolley, will come back in to replace Dodds. So Lehman goes with Orlick, Malarkey, Haney, Dembski, and Ratterman. .305 to go. Orlick right side, top to Dembski for 3. Count it. Quite a night for him. 74-45, 29-point edge for the home team. Bunky on the right with 2:45 to go. This is Baker, guarded by Dembski. Myers across, will send it baseline. It's off the foot of Woolley. Out of bounds to Lehman, as the Cavaliers will dispatch 2 more subs. Also up from the reserve team, Ryan Schaefer, number 10, 5'8 freshman, and Nick Staley, a 5'11 sophomore, wearing number 20. 2:35 to play. Lehman trying to get the lead 2 and possibly above 30. Staley on top, goes right side. Malarkey will penetrate. He's held well before the shooting attempt. Stockstill will be guilty for the 3rd time in the game. For Jackson Center, Zach Elliott, a 5'11 sophomore, is in, number 23, excuse me, with his back to us on this side of the key. Charity toss on its way. That will not go down from Malarkey. Ball kept alive, and Lehman will have it with 2:23. Malarkey to Haney. Left side, it's Staley. Staley to Schaefer. Right side it goes to the baseline. Haney up and in. He can't do much wrong here tonight. Haney with 19. Traveling on Jackson Center at virtually the 2-minute warning in this game. The ball comes back to Lehman with a 31-point lead. Again, this is the last game in this series for a while.
Haney might have a point a minute tonight.
Yeah.
He hasn't played many minutes.
It'd be right in the area, because the game at this point, Bob, is 30 minutes old.
Right.
And he has 19. Yeah, I think you're right in the ball game there. 76-45. Right side, it's Malarkey. He'll send it down low to Schaefer, who couldn't quite get her to fall. One more time, up, no. Rebound, Jackson Center. Stockstill through some traffic, taken back by Ratterman. Lehman 4-on-0. Malarkey gets the bucket. Malarkey with 3, 90 seconds left, 33-point lead. Top of the key, Garrity. Gives it right side for Elliott.
And Jason Neer got in the game. He tries a 3.
Neer misses the 3. The ball will go out of bounds to Lehman. Jason Neer wearing number 24. Cavalier ball with 1:10 to play. They lead 78-45. Malarkey all the way down, lost it. Jackson's Woolley with the recovery. Stockstill will bring it back over the timeline. Elliott right wing with 58. That pass hits 3 different guys, but ends up in friendly hands. Stockstill from 14 feet around and off. Haney for Lehman. See if he'll try to go all the way. He does, force the issue. That shot no good. Ratterman up, no. Ratterman again, yes. He very simply put, wouldn't take no for an answer. Stockstill over to Near. Return to Stockstill with 25 seconds. Now it's Garrity. Stockstill's pass, intercepted by Staley. 20 seconds to play, intentional foul near midcourt.
Jackson coach John Cook can't believe it. You know,
I can't either.
This late in the game.
Let's put it this way, even if it is intentional, and I'm not sure that it was, it definitely wasn't flagrant. It just looked like some contact as one guy's going one direction and the other had a different idea. I can't quite see that. Free throw's good by Staley. At any rate, he'll shoot 2, which he would have done anyway. The difference will be that Lehman will get the ball out of bounds on the next live ball. Staley can't get the second one to fall. Yeah, I could understand John Cook finding that to be a little curious. "15 seconds left. There will be a tie-up. Haney's had so many things go well that time he tried to penetrate, left the ball close to the floor where he was pretty easy bait to be tied up.
He might be the #1 guy off the bench the next game.
Jackson basketball with 10 seconds. Left side, it's Near. We're down to 5. Stockstill back to Near. He'll fire up a 3 off the back of the rim as time expires. Lehman pretty impressive here this evening. Final score, the Cavaliers 81, the Jackson Center Tigers 45, as Jackson only had 6 points in that final frame. Compare that with 23 for the Lehman Cavaliers. More of our sponsors on Channel 12 Sydney, also serving Jackson Center, have included Super Subbies, Super Subbies, sub salads and chili, Bunny's Pharmacy, First National Bank of Sydney, New Bremen, Botkins, and Wapakoneta, and Dave Wilson State Farm Insurance. Jackson Center drops to 1-6 for all games. They, of course, remain 0-4 in the Shelby County League. Derek Bunke with 7. Adam Baker had 9. Avery Stockstill 5. Mark Plattfoot didn't start but came in and acquitted himself pretty well in scoring 17 points. The other 6 belonged to Seth Dodds. Jackson with only 1 field goal in the 4th quarter and only 3 in the 3rd quarter, as Lehman took what had been a 19-point game and basically took, a 16-point game at the break, 45-29, and basically expanded it steadily thereafter. Cavaliers go to 3-2 overall. They have a 3-game winning streak. They are yet to play in the Southwest Rivers Conference. This will be the last year of competition in that conference when play begins after the first of the year. Pete Haney, a huge surprise here tonight. The 5'9" junior did a lot of things well, coming off the bench to score 19 points. Andy Malarkey with 3. 7 in the final period, a new career high of 27 for Jim Dembski, as he was averaging about 10 coming in. Justin Sager was already also averaging 10, let's say, and that's exactly what he scored here this evening. Brad Hampshire will end with 5. Matt Sargent got in some early foul trouble and didn't play a lot of minutes and did not score. Derek Orlick, averaging 22, will finish with 14. But boy, that slack was picked up a couple of other places. Andy Ratterman off the bench late for 2 points. Ditto Nick Staley with 1. Bob?
Well, Lehman continued their good shooting all the way through the game. They wind up 30 of 70 for 43%. And they were also 9 of 19 from three-point range. That's a hefty 47%. Lehman at the free throw line, 10 of 17 for 59%. Jackson Center had their trouble shooting. They wind up the game, 14 of 41, 34%. They were just 2 of 12 from long range. That's 17%. At the free throw line, Jackson Center shot the ball very well, 13 of 18, 72%. Rebounding was fairly even. Lehman had a slight edge, 29 to 21. Jackson Center turned the ball over 6 more times than did Lehman. And, well, that's about it. It's just one of those games that got out of hand late. Jackson didn't get the shots off early and didn't make the shots, and it just kind of went Lehman's way from there on. And you have 2 guys making career highs, you know, for Lehman. They're definitely on a roll right now.
Absolutely. Each quarter tonight was taken by the Cavaliers, 19 to 12, 26-17, 13 to 10, and 23 to 6. Consequently, the final score 81-45 after the reserve tilt also went to the home team Lehman, 57 to 45. You've heard earlier from Bob Wise. I'll be pleased that Bob will be joining me back at this same location in mid-January for more basketball action on Channel 12, as we'll have another Lehman telecast with the Cavaliers hosting another Shelby County League team, the Anna Rockets. And anytime Lehman plays anybody from the Shelby County League, a lot of history behind the series. And for those games, Bob Wise is an excellent man to have along. Our cameraman this evening has been Dan Eccles once again. Thanks for an excellent job. And this is Dave Ross telling you that Ross Media, in cooperation with Cable TV Sports, always pleased to bring you exciting basketball action. The Sidney Yellow Jackets, Lehman Cavaliers, and selected members of the Shelby County League on Channel 12, coming to you from Sidney. You've been watching the Lehman Cavaliers hosting Jackson Center. Our next presentation will be Sidney and Milton Union from the Sidney Holiday Tournament. That game actually to be played Friday, December 29th. Our replay will be Saturday, December 30th at 9 a.m. Again, the game on Friday, December 29th. Our replay the next morning, Saturday, December 30th at 9 a.m., Sidney at Milton Union. We hope you'll join us often, and we'll set your VCR to record future presentations as Bob looks through our joint scrapbook. If you have a Sidney or Lehman game program, you have our complete listing of televised games. These telecasts are made possible through the cooperation of the participating schools and the financial support of 24 local community-minded businesses. Thanks to all